Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about what is Ashtanga. So Ashtanga is a type of yoga that was actually developed maybe a little bit more recent than you would think. It's typically said it was developed in 1948 by Pattabhi Jois and Krishnamacharya. Krishnamacharya was Pattabhi Jois' student in Mysore, India. And the two of them together developed 6 sequences of asana and pranayama and meditation practices. So 6 sequences for yoga practitioners to practice, and they named it Ashtanga. Why the name Ashtanga? Well, in Sanskrit it means 8-limbed. And this refers to in Patanjali's Yoga Sutras. He talks about the 8-limbed path of yoga. So it's not just yoga asana, right? Asana is just one limb. So it's the 8-fold path of how to be a true yogi. So they named it Ashtanga in honor of Patanjali's Yoga Sutras and the 8-limbed path. And Pattabhi Jois actually really firmly believed that you had to practice yoga asanas first before you can even attempt to master the other limbs in the 8-limbed path in Patanjali's Yoga Sutra. So yoga asanas came first, Pattabhi Jois believed. And so what is Ashtanga actually like, right? Well, there's sequences, and typically when we talk about Ashtanga yoga sequence, we usually are referring to the primary series. So that is a set sequence of asanas. It's completely always identical, always the same, highly structured sequence of asanas that were developed with total, complete logic in mind. It's amazing how Krishnamacharya and Pattabhi Jois created this, because it's a perfect balance of stretching your left, stretching your right, standing, sitting, inversion, back bending, forward folding. It's just so dynamic, so rigorous, and it's very athletic, very intense. Of course, it's meant to purify the body and the mind, relieving all toxins from the body and mind, and it does it in a way that really emphasizes strength and power and flexibility. It's the type of yoga that people might gravitate towards if they really like structure. You know, you show up in a class, you know exactly what you're going to do. There's no surprises, there's no changes, there's no variations. It is exactly the same every time. And also it's for those that really like a physical challenge, because it's not really the type of yoga for the faint of heart or for those maybe that have very sensitive joints or muscles. It's really a difficult practice. Normally to move on from the primary series to the secondary series, that takes years, because I can't do all the yoga asanas in the primary series. No way. I'm still working on that. And they're very wow, it's just a beautiful practice though. I really do enjoy doing Ashtanga. Whenever I'm in Rishikesh, I get to go take more Ashtanga classes, and I couldn't be happier to get to spend more time working on this sequence and furthering my connection to it, because it is physically demanding, it is challenging. It is incredible how it opens the body up, because it forces it to, in a way, you know, it really pushes you to master and to work towards mastering certain asanas that maybe wouldn't initially try because they're way out of your league. Maybe they're out of your league, maybe you just haven't tried them before, I don't know. Some of them are out of my league. And I wanted to mention also that in Ashtanga, it's really recommended you practice 6 days a week. The only day off is typically Saturdays, as well as the day of the full moon and the day of a new moon, actually. So Ashtanga also really emphasizes strict discipline. So there's 2 different ways an Ashtanga class can be taught: Mysore style or lead style. If it's a lead class, that means a teacher is in the front of the room. And the teacher is going to call out asanas and do the counting for the breath and work and everything for everyone. So it's a lead normal class. But if it's Mysore style, that means that everybody in the room has memorized the sequence, right? No changes, no surprises, so everyone's already memorized it, which means that the teacher doesn't say anything. Maybe they'll lead the mantra in the beginning or at the end. Maybe they'll call out a couple breaths in the beginning, but really it's the students are just practicing at their own pace according to their breath. You know, they're practicing at their own pace according to their breath, and the teacher goes around and offers adjustment and alignment. So they're not actually leading the class, right? That's Mysore style. And if you don't have it 100% memorized, usually that's okay, because often in a Mysore class they'll also have charts available that you can put right in front of your mat. You can follow the chart. So anyway, two different types of Mysore class, or two different types of Ashtanga class, Mysore and lead. And I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about Ashtanga. I'm always fascinated with this method, and there's a book out there called Guruji, and that's an amazing book about Pattabhi Jois and about his students who came to the U.S., came from the U.S. or from Europe to Mysore to study with him. Pattabhi Jois passed away in 2009. So, and in the late 20th century, beginning of 21st, a lot of teachers went to Mysore to study with him, and then they were interviewed for this book, Guruji. Anyway, that's a lot of information. Any questions, feel free to drop me a line. And for more information, of course, go to wildyogatribe.com/different yoga types.